We're live. Yay!
What's up?
Hey guys, hey squad, how y'all
Hey,
doing?
Swan.
I see Newton. Well, look, Newton Cupboard's in the chat. How about that?
Imagine that.
Southern Buckeye, Vintage Conversation, Beth, Carolina Sweet Treats and Pretties. Hey guys, how are you doing? Val M. Well, welcome to the Vintage Rescue Squad. Every Monday night, we have these little chats and where we just kind of talk about vintage and reselling and having YouTube channels and content and sourcing and all that kind of fun stuff. So I want to go ahead and our two lovely guests, I believe that they're down below us. Is that how it's looking for everybody else? Okay, like the Brady Bunch. We'll go ahead and start with Michelle Newton's Cupboard. So just go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and your channel and what you have coming up along the ways of your channel.
All right. My name's Michelle Newton's Cupboard. A lot of people ask how I got that name. Newton is our last name. And Cupboard, well, we built one, so it went together.
Makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. I am married and I have 7 awesome kids, and I am constantly busy, and my channel and everything I do with eBay is I'm always giving back. So when I started, I had to do a lot of research to find a lot of answers. And so I constantly put content out about that. Plus, I am an eBay reseller, but I consider myself like very modest as an eBay reseller. I'm not trying to do anything like mega loads or anything. I'm just trying to have fun. So that's what I do.
Well, welcome. And Michelle does have, every Tuesday, she's got Teaching Tuesdays and Wisdom Wednesdays. Is that what they're called? Yeah. And they're great. So if you are just starting out and trying to figure out, how to resell, or just about different items, like she did, I think last week, wasn't it Fenton?
That book is gonna take a while. I really like going through every single thing. So I know how many episodes it is, but I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah. So make sure that you're subscribed to Michelle Newton Cupboard's channel. Her channel, everyone's channels are listed in the description. So after this video goes live, you will be able to find them. And I know that we've got some very helpful friends that will be posting our links in the chat as well. So let's go ahead and welcome Tammy. Now, Tammy is from Vintage Texas Uprising. She likes to send me pictures of scary clowns and send me clowns and that kind of stuff. But go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, Tammy, and your channel.
Well, I'm Vintage Uprising Texas.
Did I say it wrong?
Yeah. I'm Vintage Uprising Texas. My son
came up with that name. Vintage Texas Uprising?
Yeah.
That makes it sound like you're going to have a revolution or something.
I don't know what that name stands for exactly. My son came up with that name a long time ago, and I just went with it. So I'm married. I have 5 children myself and 5 grandchildren, and I do this full time for fun. I'm a hairdresser. I do that kind of part-time, and photography part-time. So I do a little bit of everything. I'm always got my hand in something, trying to do something. I sew. Not a seamstress, but I like to sew. And I have sales every Wednesday night. Been trying to do those every Wednesday with Katie's my girl. She keeps me calm and fills my dead spots when I don't know what to say. She's good for me. My husband's in training.
Your husband?
Yeah, he's going to help me.
He makes a lot of appearances.
If you ever watch any of my shows, my lives, sometimes I have gowns and he'll model them for the girls.
He's a presence in a lot of your videos. He's a trooper.
Yeah, he always takes me shopping. Yeah. We just got back from Round Top. I've only been 3, 4, 5 times. I think 5 times already.
Just this year?
Yeah, just the last 2 weeks. That's
Oh
2
my
weeks.
gosh.
There's one more week, and Sunday was my last day to go because this coming with Thursday, I'm heading out west to go see my grandmother who's turning 101.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
So it's her birthday on Easter weekend. So I'm going out there, and I'm going to go meet Groovy Vintage.
Oh,
And
nice.
up there. So you're going to have a little meet up there.
And that's so fun being able to, now that, where everyone's, taking precautions and getting their shots and all that, hopefully we can, because we still got to have that convention. We still got to have the reseller convention sometime in this life.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Oh, I got my first being recognized on Sunday too, in Round Top.
I saw that. So tell us how that happened. How did that all come about?
I was just I just bought something from this guy and I was putting it in my cart, and she walks up to me, "Are you on YouTube?" I'm sorry, but are you on YouTube? And I was like, looked at her, looked at David. I felt like I was in trouble. I said, "Yeah, I am." She goes, I knew it. When she put that in her cart, I knew she was from YouTube. I was like, okay, we're all here putting stuff in our carts, but
isn't it a little weird? Exciting. It's a little weird, isn't it?
Yes. I was kind of embarrassed. But she mentioned you. She watches you, Jeffrey, and she loves Miss Pam. So we were talking about different. Yeah, she watches the trio.
Do you remember her name?
Miss Pam was.
Yes, it's Cindy. Cindy Lamb from Burton, Texas. Burton, does I say it right? Burton, Texas.
It sounds.
Cindy Lamb.
Hey, Cindy Lamb. Miss Pamela, you got recognized and you weren't even there.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows Miss Pam.
They don't love that baby.
So Michelle and I met in person. She came to the shop the last day that we were open, and she was just walking around and looking, and then she came over and introduced herself to me, and so we've met up a couple times. But she saw me have a meltdown about someone taking up all the parking spaces in front of the shop. So she heard me get a little saucy with I got a little attitude basically with people that were taking up all the parking spots. But
were you one of them, Michelle? Did you do that?
Oh no, my husband was the one in the parking, like the road, driving around the courthouse trying to find a parking spot. And I was like, well, just drop me off. And he's like, I'm not doing this forever.
Like all husbands like to say. Yeah, no, there was a business there was a parade that day, and they blocked off like 7 or 8 parking spots. And I'm like, I have a retail business. My customers need a place to park, but they were just blocking them off for their own little fireworks party.
Nice.
No, it's not. It wasn't nice because there's minimal parking around the square.
It wasn't nice.
No, it wasn't nice. Michelle and I also met up again in a little city in Indiana called French Lick.
With Cindy.
My bestie, Cindy. Cindy is Graham's mom. That's my best friend. And so she got to meet Cindy. That was a fun time too. We were able to find a little honey hole. Mm-hmm. And Michelle, they're closing. I'm so sad.
The ones that we didn't know were over there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a good place to go. That was a fun place to go.
Yeah, those paint by numbers sold pretty high pretty quickly. I was very excited.
Yeah. That was a fun trip. And then we went into one antique mall that was something gallery. And so usually if an antique store has the name gallery, then it's a little more than, it's a little more than what we could pay. But well, I like to take all of the topics that we talk about. I like to pull that in there from you guys from the chat. So if there's anything that you're wanting to talk about, make sure that you type it in capitals. That helps me be able to see it a little bit more if the chat's going by pretty quickly. And I don't know, most of all of you probably know Michael, but I just totally passed him over. But I think that most people know Michael, and Michael was telling me a little something today about his channel.
Oh, yeah. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed to my Void of Nothing. But that Void of Nothing will be no more come next Monday. Next Monday, the first video is going to go up. I think reasonably what I can commit to is there's no way I can do a daily video. Because I work full time. So it's going to be like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday kind of thing. And I think that I can safely commit to that to make sure that it's like on a schedule, some kind of consistency to it. So the first one isn't going to be anything but an introduction video. The next one is going to kind of be like you'll get to see some of my collection, a lot of my collection. And then we'll go into, the shop with me. So, and maybe some other things coming up.
Well, and speaking of shop with me's, do you all love to film them?
No.
I don't like talking in them, and our Goodwills, you can forget it. You're holding the camera up like this the whole entire time, because all of our stuff, I'm very jealous of y'all's Goodwills because y'all have shelves. All of our stuff is above all the darn clothes.
Oh,
yeah.
Like this. And I don't like being noticed if I'm filming. I'm like trying to be real discreet. There's no talking.
I'm not allowed to tape in a lot of places. I have to go about an hour away in order to tape. So
really?
Yeah.
Do they not allow you to tape?
Yeah, because Kentucky has a lot of privacy policies.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't want to.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I think that that's great. I think that it's very important to ask permission before you film.
Yeah.
They could get recognition, from it.
Right. Well, yeah, there's a couple different reasons. One is I just think that it's a polite thing to do that way, because it is weird. Like if I own a business and someone's just walking around filming things, I'm gonna be like, what are they doing? It's a weird spot to be in, I think, as a business owner. Right. Yeah, it does make you wonder, what are they doing? Where are they taping? But then I also think that it helps you're talking with that store owner or that store manager. So you're building a rapport with them. Mm-hmm. So you're talking to them and you're telling them what you're doing and you're positive. And, I think that it's very, very, very important for when you're out and filming in a location that you are positive, that you, build that business up. And there are going to be some things in a business that you may not like. You may not like certain things. You may not like certain booths because they're priced so high. And we all know that they're there. I mean, we all know we all have places that you go and you're like, I'm not even going to go and looking in that booth because they don't ever have a sale, but there isn't any need to bash, them in any way. But I think that it's a good idea to build up that rapport with the shop owner.
Christine at Side Street Market, she actually has cards that she gives the person when she asks to film.
Yep, I do that too.
That way they can follow up with her and she'll tag them. Like when I was in Tennessee, I was able to record everywhere. And I was like, oh yeah, because Dawn got me a GoPro for Christmas, even though everybody looked at my watch the whole time because my kids were, anyway.
They were being impatient.
Yeah. Well, I was there. That was like the first weekend. I don't get many weekends away from kids. So they were like, hey mom, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Did you find anything for me? Are you looking for, that kind of stuff. So, but it was really neat because I would walk in and they'd be like, oh yeah, go ahead. Show what you want. You want us to say hi? No, just you just
just stand there. Just stay over there.
But it was really cool because around here I don't get that. Around here I'm like, no. It's not even like let's talk about it. So.
Yeah. Well, and you might be able to are you going to estate sale? I mean, can you even record if you go to an estate sale or an auction or a yard sale? Is that even allowed?
Well, here auctions are not happening at all.
Yeah.
Unless you do it online.
Right.
Estate sales, the ones that I usually go to, they've brought all their stuff to the auction house. So they're not really open to that. But I go to a place in Winchester, the Red Barn, and the owner's like, oh yeah, but if the rule is, because they have hard, creaky, those creaky floors, if I hear anybody coming, I have to stop because they don't want a person to feel uncomfortable while they're shopping.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I'll be like, be right back, guys, and I'll go over somewhere else. But yeah, I found a few new places the past couple of weeks, so I didn't ask to film the first time. I wanted to, get to know the place, and
Yeah.
so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, good. Shannon was asking, Shannon, all of the channels will be in the links to everyone's channel will be in the description. It usually takes a little bit for that to show up after the video goes live. But do I have, let me see if I can do something different here. Brand. Okay. It's not showing up. I was trying to get to where it would show up everybody, but basically we have Michelle Newton's Cupboard, and it's just Newton's Cupboard, and then Vintage Texas Uprising. No. Vintage Uprising Texas. Why am I, Tammy, I'm going to forever say it wrong. Forever. I'm going to forever say it wrong.
That's okay. I said yours are forever wrong.
Oh, I know a lot of people.
You only have 3 words.
I know a lot of people say my name wrong, but and then Michael's is the cult of vintage. Lots of dots. Lots of dots in there.
The cult of vintage, you get it.
And you have to clap it every time. Right. You have to clap it every time.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a capital question. Oh, here we go. Where'd it go?
A capital.
Okay.
Cindy's in here, the one I met in Round Top. She's here. She says she never chats. She always comes and watches, but she never chats. But she said hi.
What?
Hi, Cindy.
Cindy, you chat. You get in there, Cindy, and you let people know who you are. We say, I am Cindy, and I am here.
Yeah.
And I'm saying hello. Well, thank you, Cindy.
So cool.
Thank you for watching and get in there. And, it is, a lot of people have sent me messages and they've been like, I don't really say a lot, but I want you all to talk a lot. So leave those comments. And when we're having the live chats or the live sales, this is a community. And so I think that it's important we're all talking to one another and you're asking us questions, but then again, you all are talking to one another in the chat as well and answering each other's questions. And so I like that whole repertoire thing that we have. But
I screenshot a lot.
Yeah.
That's in live sales and things. I screenshot a lot because someone will say something. You said something the other day. It's gone. The mouse already kicked it away. But I screenshot and I was like, oh, like I didn't know that's what that was called or something like that. Jeffrey today said something about a Corel pattern on his video. And I was like,
Jeffrey knows his Corel.
Oh yeah.
He knows his Corel.
Just like screenshot it. It's so easy to do and you learn so much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Katie, our girl Katie, and Katie, I'm so glad that you're feeling a bit better because she's not been feeling very well. So I'm glad that you're feeling better. But Katie has a question. What time of day do you find your videos do best? Now, Tammy, do you have a schedule that you just you're just like, I'm gonna put it up today?
I'm still working on this, on balancing all this out, no. I got 3 sitting in the hopper that needs to be finished editing and a promo picture on the front of it. Yeah, they're sitting there. I need to get to them.
Well, hey, you got some videos in the bag. That's the hardest part sometimes, is just getting the content. So I mean, you're ahead of the game as far as that's concerned. I get a little panicky if I don't have like almost a week's worth like floating around there somewhere, and then you're wondering, where am I going to get my next? What am I going to do? Where am I going to go next?
And I'm still on my phone. I hear y'all are all on cameras. I'm still doing it from my phone.
I did it from my phone for 2 years before I upgraded to a camera.
But I edit from my phone and everything.
Oh no, I can't edit from my phone. I just can't. I try. I
It's easy.
can't. I don't know.
Are you using an app for your editing? Like, are you using a separate app or are you using a YouTube
Yes,
app?
it's a separate. It's Shots, Sure Shot or something.
You have an iPhone?
iPhone. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it's easier if you have an iPhone to do those sorts of things. I have an Android and it isn't the greatest. But Michelle, do you schedule your videos out? Do you do them a certain time every single day or whenever you do upload?
Yeah, mine are 8:15 Eastern time. And the only reason I like doing that for like my daily videos is because it gives the person like time. Okay, like they're getting up, so let's throw Michelle on. That's how I see it. Oh, like no one wants to watch, but you know what I mean. Or in the afternoon, we didn't see Michelle's video. So then if they run through like yours, Jeffrey's, Jocelyn's, mine, it can just autoplay everybody's. So I just feel like, and plus at 8:15, I usually am checking comments around 10. So the day before's video has had time to get comments. So I feel like that's a good time. Just everybody is up. Well, around this area, they're up.
I have mine automatically do it. Mine automatically start at 12 a.m. It's there and I let it sit. So it comes up that next, whatever that day it is at 12 a.m.
Have you noticed a difference? Like, have you played around with the times at all when you've uploaded videos to see? Because I know that in the YouTube analytics, you can kind of look and see like what the peak time of your subscribers and when you kind of have to have a college degree in YouTube to understand the analytics in YouTube because I'm just like, I don't know what any of this is. But I know that there is a way that you can go on and you can look to see which times are best for your viewers. So have you played around with that at all?
I have.
Yeah, I noticed my past videos around like 5 to 10. It seems like people are watching the past ones. But the most recent video, usually like 8 to noon, is when they're sitting there watching it. So I find that interesting.
Yeah, I've played around with mine. I used to do mine all in the evening. And I found that when I do them in the morning, they tend to do a little bit better. And I've had a lot of subscribers tell me that they like to they'll have their coffee and they'll throw on a couple of YouTube videos, so I prefer putting them out in the mornings, but I have had people that say that their videos do better when they post them in the evening. So maybe
I have my coffee and I watch y'all before I get started. I gotta drink my coffee before I can do anything.
I love that. I love when people say, "Oh, I'm just having my coffee and spending like you're spending the morning with your friends, watching all your friends." Cindy said, "Tammy, you need to tell them what celebrity you are."
Oh,
you had to stop. Maybe Cindy was talking to another Tammy.
Oh no, this is Cindy that met me in Round Top.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Cindy Lamb.
There she is.
What celebrity am I? I forgot.
Maybe she meant that you were she was your stalker. I'm like way behind on the chat, so let me see. Well, Nancy Smith, hello from Tennessee.
Kentucky.
Kathy, I'm going to the PO box. I'm going to the post office tomorrow, so I will check. I haven't opened it yet. Oh no, yes I have. Yes I have, Kathy. I opened it last Friday or the Friday before last. I'll see if I can find the video and I'll send it to you. But yeah, I did open it live. The little wooden chef. Yeah. Okay, let me see.
Mitzi's got a lot of stuff to open, you guys.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if she's in the chat, but Tammy Christopherson is my best friend right now. Just saying. She sent me
a clown.
No, she didn't send me a clown.
That you know of, yeah.
Well, I know maybe she did. Tammy probably sent me 7 boxes. And maybe there's clowns in all of them. Maybe she put a clown in everybody. I don't think Tammy would do that.
I would do that.
I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to open them. Oh, there she is. Tammy, you didn't send me a clown, did you? Tammy wouldn't do that.
You go, girl.
But I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to. I think I may go live tomorrow morning and open a couple boxes, and then I don't know. I just feel like if I'm going live and putting out a video, people are going to get sick of seeing my face. But I'm dying to get into them, Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
And so is my dad. My dad is like, when are you going to open these boxes? He's dying to get into them too. All right, let me see. I'm behind in the chat again, so I'm going to scroll up a little bit and see.
Someone had a question that I can answer if you don't mind.
Go ahead. No, absolutely. Go ahead.
Someone said something about the analytics, like not worrying about views and stuff. Do not depend on YouTube income. Don't do it.
Gosh. Yeah.
If you're trying to depend on YouTube income, then it's not going to pay for anything. You're not going to get your time back ever through YouTube. I have a person that I have watched for over 12 years. She has 1.9 million subscribers, and I've known her since she had like 900. She makes a living off of this, but it's taken 12 years for her to be able to provide for her family. And she can't just do YouTube. Like, she makes money now off TikTok and everything else, Instagram, everything. You have to be across the board with the views, the everything else. It doesn't work. Just, don't depend on YouTube. I'm just saying.
No, I mean, YouTube for me is I make what I would make in a part-time job.
Mm.
I'm working a lot more on this than I would be in a part-time job. So, however, I think if you use YouTube and social media in general to market your items that you have on eBay, or if you're having the live sales, if you're selling on Etsy, if you're selling on Facebook Marketplace, it's a way to get more eyes and more people to see where that they can find your things. So if you look at it from that aspect, then you're not making the money from Google, but it's allowing more people to see and know where to find your items.
Yeah, promoting yourself.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I posted consistently for every day for a year, every single day, and I made no money. I mean, I didn't make any money. We were kind of talking about this earlier before we went live. I have a challenge for everybody to do, and this is kind of a fun thing to do, especially with some of and I haven't done this for Jocelyn, and I'm going to do this because I haven't done that because it's something that I just discovered. I just discovered that you can go on someone's YouTube channel and you can filter out if you click on their videos, and then there's like a little toggle thing, and you can do most recent and then oldest. So you can go back and you can see people's very first video.
Yeah.
And this is kind of bringing me in here to Tiger. Hey, Tiger. Tiger has started to post content on YouTube, and he says it makes me nervous that people actually might watch my videos. I'm fine with low viewer numbers, perfectly fine. But Tiger, we all started somewhere. Every one of us had that very, very first video. And it's kind of interesting to go back and watch someone's very, very first video. We all started somewhere.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So I challenge you to do that. Go to some of your favorite YouTube content creators and, look at their very first video. And you see that's everyone had that first video. Hello, Dad.
Hi.
Hi, Dad.
Everyone said hi.
Well, tell him I said hi.
He said hi. All right. Let me see here. I know I'm just. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. My vertical videos. Oh, those were the best.
Oh, no.
Those were the best.
Oh, no. See, I know not to do that.
Oh, no. I never edited. I didn't know how to edit, so nothing was edited. And I remember saying, I'm not going to edit. You're just going to get me for me. And then I was like, maybe they don't want to see me for me because me's pretty a lot. All right. Let's see. I'm like so far behind on this chat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if anybody else sees something that I'm like just blue, 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 I'll over here in my own little world. Now I scrolled up too far.
Nope. Everybody's saying hi to Dad.
Oh, everyone's saying hi to Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Randy had a question. Where was Randy's question? I don't see your question, Randy. I'm scrolling up.
Randy girl, Randy.
About doing it alone.
About doing what alone?
Oh, Michael, are you worried about doing your, like having your own content?
No, I'm not. Boy, how do I put this? I am in real life. I very much, the idea of perfect. I understand that doesn't exist. Yet there's I don't know if you would call it a flaw, but I very much always want to be perfect. And I'm very, very, very hard on myself when I don't feel that I am being perfect. So it is the first video. You know what I mean? It's letting go of the idea of this is not going to be perfect. This is not going to, it's going to be my first and it'll be what it is. And
it'll be your first video.
Yeah. It's not nerves. It's like apprehension, I guess, if that makes, it's like this, oh, that's going to be out there on YouTube. Like, oh, so.
And there forever.
I know, right?
Yeah. You do open yourself up to a lot. I mean, we've all had comments that weren't very nice. We've all had, to deal with that. And now you just kind of get to a point where I just kind of laugh. I mean, when someone says something, I'm like if I hear again one more time, oh, you're making me sick. You're making me seasick. I'm like, I know that I am, and I'm sorry, but that's just if you're gonna watch my videos, you're gonna take some Dramamine or something. I don't know, because I get really excited and I can't.
Yeah. And then it's like squirrel over here.
And and I have ADHD, so it is not easy because I am, ping ponging around everywhere.
Well, that's why I don't like doing that. Even now, I can already tell because you're like, it's so slow because you're literally trying to remember that you're filming. And
right.
I don't stop going like this. I'm like, you scan and you're looking, and you can't do that with the camera. Otherwise, people are like, oh my God, I'm going to throw up watching this. So.
Well, and then sometimes too, I'll be editing and I'm talking and then I'm talking about something and it's way up here and my camera's and I'm like, well, you can't even put that in the video, you dummy. It's all the way up there. You're not even filming it.
It's like Michael, there he is. When he was live, he would say, oh, you can't see that. Just a second. And he would move up. Oh, I'm sorry. Move up.
Oh yeah, can you see it over here? Oh no, wait, it's not in the.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Well, hello, Linda. Linda says she's getting ready to launch an eBay shop later this week. That's awesome, Linda. She's not so sure about doing YouTube yet. You know what? You don't have to do YouTube. I mean, at all. I mean, it isn't a way, but if you want to, it is a way. I think Michelle was saying, don't expect to make a living on doing YouTube videos, but it is a way to market. And Linda, I would think instead of using YouTube, you could do Facebook and Instagram, and you can still market your things that way too. That's just using social media in general, I think is a good way to market. But yay, Linda, it's exciting. You're being an entrepreneur when you're opening up your own eBay business. So I think that's wonderful. Oh, and there's Yvonne. Hello, Yvonne. Sweet Yvonne. I love seeing Yvonne in the chat. She just is always so helpful telling everybody that thumbs up.
Yes.
Hit that.
Let them know, Yvonne.
That's right. Oh, Jolene, I am not buying Jocelyn's clown in the casket. Nope.
I missed that one.
You don't have to buy it, Misty. It's all taken care of. Don't worry.
I'm telling you what, Michael.
Oh, this would be so fun.
I will. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something. Oh, there you go. Thrifting in the holler, Linda. Everyone's wanting to know what your eBay name will be, so people can shop your eBay store.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Mickey.
Yeah. And let's see. We Tammys can be naughty.
We got a Tammy. I've never met so many Tammys until I got on here. There are so many Tammys out here on YouTube.
There's a lot of Tammys. There's a lot of Deborahs. There's a lot of, oh, Maybell, we're not going to do that. No. She's got her. Can y'all hear that? No.
No, not at all.
Okay. I put it up. It's up on the table now. All right. Yeah, I know. Pamela, I cannot wait to get into these. Now, Tammy sent Dee the Thrill of the Thrift and Jeffrey boxes too, and they both were amazing. They were amazing. I can't wait. George is going to be on next Monday.
Ooh.
But he's going to be a little late. He's going to be about a half an hour late, but he will be here.
He got to make that entrance.
Yeah, he's going to make a grand entrance.
I love George. He's my first one I met.
Oh, isn't he fantastic?
I'm in Texas. We drove to Florida to go meet George.
Did you really?
Yeah, because we went to the Renegers flea market out there.
Oh, yeah. He was out there a couple months ago, wasn't he? About a month or two ago?
Yeah, it was we went in November, but then it was open January and February too as well. And now it's done until next November. But yeah, we're gonna make that a regular thing. He was so nice. He didn't know me from Adam, and I was really embarrassed to even ask him. But I was like, I'm coming to see you. We're going out there shopping. Would you like to do dinner with us one night? And after the show, and he did. I have a picture of us. I posted it on Instagram. He is the person you see on film.
He absolutely is. He's a treasure. He is a treasure. I'm looking forward to spending some time with him again very soon. He's a wonderful, wonderful man. Jody posted her first thrifting video, and Jody Renshaw, and she has the most soothing voice. She has a very calming voice. And so she said it was so much more fun and easier and enjoyable than she thought.
So Jody's one that you want to watch in the evening then. She will help lull us to sleep.
Jody has where she reads children's stories too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Jody.
Yep, she does. Okay. I'm way behind. I'm trying to get caught up. Oh, Melanie, Serendipity by Melanie said she just got her first YouTube payout.
Ooh.
Awesome.
That's exciting.
She's like, yeah, I can confirm what Michelle said earlier.
Right. Right. Yeah. I can't remember. What's the threshold that you have? Is it $100 before they'll pay you? Before they'll do a payout, I think is $100.
On YouTube? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that you have to, and I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that you have to meet that before they'll send you any money. You have to meet that $100. And the way that we get paid on YouTube is per 1,000 views. So you have a certain amount of money depending on what the advertisers are wanting to spend on your specific channel or on your content. You get paid per 1,000 videos. So if you aren't getting 1,000 views, you're not going to get paid any money.
Yeah. So
that's the kind of the hard thing is if you don't get that 1,000, you could be monetized. You could meet your threshold of 1,000 subscribers and is at 4,500 hours of watch hours and still not make any money because you're not getting over 1,000 views.
Yeah.
Vintage and Vino, they've got a fun YouTube channel too. But do y'all put your YouTube names on your eBay, Etsy shops? I don't. Do you, Michelle?
Yeah. Yeah, mine's across the board. On Facebook, I have my eBay, Instagram, YouTube. YouTube, I show my eBay and Instagram. Instagram is eBay. I'm trying to remember which one I'm saying. eBay and YouTube. And then on all my, this kind of goes, I saw another question about how do I market, or how do you market a brand? So your brand, so it kind of goes along with that. Merch is a good way to do that. I launched merch recently, and I've got messages from people like Northern Indiana that are like, hey, we saw your bag at a flea market.
Oh, neat.
That's fun.
Okay, who was holding it? like, you know, just to say thank you, but definitely like small things of merch.
Yeah.
You know, if you just do something simple. And I did kind of a different thing where I went local, you know, with everything going on. My best friend, she did this for a living and she lost a lot of business with COVID.
Yeah.
And so instead of going to Teespring or something like that, you know, that's a huge company, I thought, well, I'll go local. And so merch, having it on your cards, every time you send out a shipment, have every single way of they could find you on your cards. And then I like, hey, I did some new listings on eBay and I put that on Instagram. And then I'll say link in bio, because if you go in my bio, then that's going to take you to eBay. You know, I never put the link. I never like put anything else. Link in bio makes you go check out the bio. And then there's more links there that can lead you to something else.
I'm the same way. I have it all like that too. Link in bio. I'm on Linktree, and I do Etsy. I don't do eBay. I never got into that one, but yeah, I'm Vintage Uprising Texas on everything, all my social media, my Etsy.
Now I do it. I put mine all on my social media, but I don't advertise my YouTube channel on eBay. And the reason why I don't, and this is a good opportunity to talk about this. If you message me on eBay and it's in regards to my YouTube, I'm not going to answer it.
Yeah.
Because eBay does not like that. They don't want, like, if you would send a message to someone and say, I want to buy this in a live sale or something, and that could get you flagged on eBay. And I don't want, listen, I'm not selling a whole lot on eBay these days. I've not listed things in a while. So eBay's kind of been on the back burner for me, but I have plans to make it to get more listed things, more stuff listed on eBay. But I don't know. That just makes me nervous. It makes me nervous to put my YouTube stuff on eBay.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand that. I think mine's more not like my channel on eBay. Mine's more on my card. So
right. Yes. Now I do that. Yeah. I guess so. I guess I do that because I do have the card that I give people on eBay is the same that I give people when they buy something for my live sale. Okay. Miss Pamela's helping out. Thank you, Miss Pamela. Wants to know what we all do to prepare for our live sales.
Ooh, I like this one.
I think I do too much.
Judy.
I need to know how to, calm it down. I think I do way too much. First of all, do y'all inventory all of your items? Do you go get and put it down on paper and give it a number? Yes. You do? Okay.
Oh yeah.
I do that. I think I have too many tablets because I have my live sale tablet, my inventory tablet, and I'm old school like you, Misty. I like to write it all down. I do have it on my computer, but I'm behind on that part.
I write everything down by hand.
So, yeah.
So, do you? How many items do you have, Tammy, during your live sales?
On my Wednesday night sale, I do 50.
Woo.
That's not bad.
No,
I
that's
do
not bad.
50. And when I do a pop-up sale, and I usually want to do a pop-up sale, I like to do it with somebody else. So I only do like 20 to 25, depending on, our time frame. So when I do it with somebody else. So basically we stay around 50, I guess.
Well, what about you, Michelle? How many do you typically do?
Well, I used to do a lot more. But,
Yeah.
I wanted my life back. So probably I would say like 50 is the most.
Yeah. I've been sticking. I like to have my sales be done 2.5 hours at the max. That's as long for me. That's as long as I want them to be, because I got other stuff I need to do. I mean, that sounds worse than what it is, but I just feel like that's enough.
Yeah.
It's long enough. So 60 items is safe for me.
Yeah.
However, sometimes if you have quite a bit of offer ups, and you're selling something, like I'm not selling this, by the way. She's mine.
It's her new one.
Yeah, this is my new baby. Then and you're doing an offer up, and it's like $33, $34, $35. And those
some of your 2-hour time, yeah.
can take up a lot of time. So I think that if you're bidding on something in an offer up, you gotta say, this is how much I'm gonna pay for it, and I'm not gonna go any above that. And then just say that. And listen, I know that everyone's trying to get things for as low as they can, because that's just what we do. But if it's something like, if it's $1, then maybe like go up like $5, instead of $1.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know that game. If you've ever bid against me, I don't play that game. I'm here to knock you out. So if that means that it doesn't matter. If we started at 15, I'm coming in at 25. And if you want to go to 26, I'm going to go to 30. You know what I mean? Like, that's just no tea, no shade. Like, it is what it is. I'm here to win. I want it.
Alex and I were actually talking about that one time. If people would just kind of not go with their max, but if they would put in like what they were willing to pay instead of 33, 34, 35, 30, it would help those move faster.
Yeah.
But the live sale question about prepping, I actually have a couple of videos on that.
She does.
About how I prep for live sales, and I have OCD as well. So the one thing is, though, about being a reseller, you all have to know your reselling tax laws. I'm just going to throw that out there very quickly, because every state is different. But make sure you know your laws, because like the paper thing does not work in Kentucky with writing everything down. You got to move it over to a computer. So the way that I do it for prepping is being on that sheet, and I just move over what I'm selling to a different sheet, and then go back and forth with it. So just make sure whenever you're thinking about live sales or you're reselling or anything like that, that you all know your specific laws. Because that's
Boy, they make you do all that. You got to get out of that Kentucky, girl. You
I
can't
don't
tell
know.
nowhere. You can't write nothing down. Like,
Well, I have a CPA, so I'm like, I think that the most important thing that you can do is consult a CPA. Consult a CPA and try to find one that has experience in e-commerce.
Yeah.
And you can just ask questions. I have an e-commerce business. Is that something that you are familiar with? You'd be surprised. Like I have hired Emma, and I write everything down, but then Emma takes it all and she puts it in a document. So I have that document, but my CPA doesn't need to see that. All my CPA wants to see is how much I'm bringing in and how much I'm spending. That's all that they need to see. However, it is kind of important to do an inventory at the end of the year, but that's impossible. I don't know how I could ever do. I have 2,500 square feet of antiques. It's not like nothing has a SKU number on it, you know, where I'm like, okay, we have 15 of these babies, you know.
And they're all
So-
different, most likely.
Mhm.
I like mine. I'm very like protective of my CPA. She is amazing because
mine is
3
too.
times a week I upload my inventory sheet to Google Sheets and she pulls off what she needs. We never have to talk unless I spelled something wrong or did something. Then she's like, "Oh, well, what about this?" But the CPA talking to them, oh my gosh. As soon as I started talking to her, she was like, "Oh yeah, I got you. Don't worry." But you have to ask questions. You have to interview them.
Oh yeah. You have to, yeah, you do have to ask them if they are familiar with e-commerce, because there are a lot of different loopholes and different things that you can do. To me, it's well worth the money hiring a CPA to do my taxes, because it's math and I'm not doing numbers. I can't. I just can't. Daniel, which is tacky as me, he's going to be a guest on the show very soon as well. I love him. He is a joy. He just makes me happy. But his question is, out of the 50 items, how many on average sell? It all
At the
depends.
beginning, hardly any. I mean, at the beginning,
Oh yeah,
I didn't
at the
sell
beginning.
half mine, you know,
Oh, me either.
my first 2 sales, you know, or so. But, and heck,
Me
it varies. It just varies.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's like business anywhere, though. I
Right.
mean, if it's a small business and it just moves into a town, people are going to check it out and people kind of see what's up and they sniff around. Hi, Stephanie.
I know. I was
But-
like, there's Stephanie.
But that's the thing. Once you start, you build a business and that word of mouth spreads and, you know, this person recommends it and, you know, they're like, I just got this from Tammy. I just got this from Michelle. I just got this from Misty. And then they're like, oh, you did? And then they're like, well, let me see what else she has. And it builds and it builds and it builds and it builds. So, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, and to the other thing I just wanted to say, and this is the thing, if you ever decide to resell, just keep in mind that Missy says she wants to be done in 2.5 hours. What she means is that she wants to be off camera in 2.5 hours, because it takes, if you're selling, like, I've seen this woman do it, and these ladies can attest to it. If you're selling 50 items, it can take 9-10 hours just to do the packaging. So you're about 12.5 to 13 hours in from one live sale. That doesn't include sourcing.
No.
That doesn't include the prep. That doesn't include going out and getting the paper. So just keep that in one live sale, 50 items, you're at 13 hours just on camera and packing it.
Yeah. The being on the camera is the fun part. I mean, and I like the shipping. I know I'm weird. I do like the shipping.
I don't mind the shipping.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm a weirdo, but though I love the shipping. It's like I think that you have to make your shipping enjoyable for yourself as well.
Yep.
And however you do that, you know, if some people make really beautiful cards and that's like a therapeutic thing for them, like they'll personalize. I know that Oh My Vintage and Thrift You will make personalized cards that are really nice. And that's kind of their happy point. I like to put little package toppers. I like to use different kinds of tissue paper and ribbons. That just makes me happy. And I think that it makes my customers happy as well to open up a box and it's like colorful and pretty and happy. And you don't have to spend tons of money to do that either. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of money to put into that. But
I'll start putting glitter in mine. How about that?
Oh no.
Never ordering.
Well, I'm gonna send you a whole box of glitter and packing peanuts.
Yeah, give
No.
floating glitter.
Oh my God.
It's gonna open it up.
packing
It's
peanuts.
gonna stick to him wherever he walks. There'll be a packing peanut on every limb.
Make
And I
it
know,
pop
and I
out when the
know that
box
there are
opens,
people out there
yeah.
watching, and they're like, you sent me packing peanuts. I have, because I have to get rid of them immediately.
I don't mind the packing peanuts.
Yeah, mine is the styrofoam that pulls apart in little bitty pieces everywhere. I bought something on eBay the other day. Let's just say it came broken, but it was all USPS. There's no way that person had it at a box this big, squished down to this big.
Oh,
Yeah. But anyway, when they packaged it, they had that styrofoam, and when I opened it up, all those little pieces were everywhere, and I was like, "Oh, I thought I
No, was it an envelope?
No, it was a box.
Oh, because Amazon does those envelopes, and you pull them open.
On
And,
the fiber.
That's what
yes, I hate those.
Oh, those
Oh,
fiber.
you made me so mad.
Yeah.
And I know because I'm not opening them in the spot they're supposed to be open. I'm just like, rip, you know. You rip
Oh,
it
you don't open your stuff outside in the yard?
No.
Like, I mean, no, don't do that. I'm like, oh.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. Thank you so much for sending the super chat, Allie. When you want to get away from work, where's your favorite vacation spot? Do I even need to say? I'm not even answering this question because if y'all don't know.
Yeah. Let me tell you, my daughter wants to go on vacation to a beach. She was talking about Florida or out that way. Okay. On the beach. I was like, I'll go if there's any vintage shops around because I'm not staying on the beach every day. I'm too old for that. I want vintage shops. My idea of vacation is going to vintage shops.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I mean, that's just a given. It's a given. You go on vacation, you're going to check out a different Goodwill. You're going to check out a different thrift store. You're going to check out a different antique mall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's so fun. I can't wait to be able to travel more. I'm so looking forward to that. Okay, let's see. I know I've missed some more. Okay. Yeah, if you see something you want to answer, just go right ahead. I'm having a hard time.
Yeah, I don't vacation, but I will say this. The one thing that I want to do the most, and I don't know if anybody's aware of it, but you can actually get private ships that will, or barges, I guess, that will float you down the Nile in Egypt for like miles at an end. And it's like a week-long excursion, and you stay on the boat on the Nile, and then they dock at certain places, and you can get off and look at like the pyramids and look at all of these temples. And oh my God, could you just imagine being out at night on the Nile in Egypt? Like, oh my God, how amazing would that be? That's what I want to do.
What was it that barge just got stuck? That's when
I don't care. That's fine.
When you said that, that's where my mind went.
Oh, the Suez.
The Suez. And then I had seen that someone said that it was like there's going to be a toilet paper shortage again because.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Again.
Bonnie.
I love Costa Rica.
Oh yeah.
Because the sloths.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I am obsessed.
She's gonna go pet all the sloths.
Yes.
Did you know that sloths are super fast swimmers?
Are they?
Yeah.
Did you know that they have bacteria growing in their fur?
Do you know they're actually one of the cleanest animals?
I don't know. I'm not touching it. No.
Michael's a germaphobe though.
Like moss grows in their fur.
Well,
yeah, it's a protective. It's like a lotion. Imagine.
That makes it worse almost.
You don't want to talk to me about sloths, Michael. Like,
Michael, you don't want to put on some sloth lotion.
I mean, they're adorable. Don't get me wrong. They're very cute, except they need manicures. But I understand that they need them to hold on. But no, like those claws, like talons.
Yeah. Bonnie, how do you figure shipping when you're doing the sale?
Like a live sale?
Like a scale.
Well, yeah, but I mean, a lot of people have a lot of fear about shipping. And they have a lot of questions. I get asked a lot to do shipping videos, and I've done them, but then hardly nobody watches them. So, it's hard to put, because it takes a long time to do well, Michelle knows this. It takes a long time to do a tutorial type video. Those are the hardest ones to do, I think.
I have a problem when I'm doing tutorial videos that I feel like I'll do something, then I'll be like, I should have explained that. But you have to keep going because you're already like 3 steps ahead So if you go back and try to explain something, then someone's going to be like, wait, what? Yeah, what are you talking about?
Well, and then sometimes in your mind, you're thinking that you've explained it a certain way, but it's not coming out. But in your mind, you think that it is. But then when you watch it back, it just is a bunch of gibberish, and you're like, no one's going to understand what I just said.
So she's saying, how do you figure shipping when you're doing sales? Like, because you don't say what what shipping is until after you buy the item. Then I get your zip code and I pack it up and put it in a box that it's going to fit and put it on the scale. And there's a weight, which I use and then it's in your invoice. Yep. That's how
you just type into USPS.com and they give you a calculate. It'll make you put in the weight and the measurements and the zip code. Mm-hmm. And then that's why you say it's calculated, because you already know what it is. Unless you're using a third-party shipper, which will then give you discounts.
Yes, I use Pirate Ship.
There you go.
Now, let me say, the one thing I did hate about doing it with Etsy, it automatically does your estimate for you when you put it all in there. But I'm guessing, because I weigh my item without being boxed. So this is part of my routine. I take pictures, I go and weigh it, put it all on my paper. When I come and list it, to put it in Etsy, I have to put, my item weighs a pound, but I got to account for that box and that all the paper that I'm going to use to put it in there. You got to account that, or it's going to end up costing you, and in the long run. But that's because I don't pack every item that I buy beforehand.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's crazy. eBay does the same thing, though. You're like, it automatically does it, and you're like, well, I guess it's going to fit in this box, and then you have to put it in there, and
that's one thing I like about the live sales, because it's done afterwards. I get to do all that after I know what they're buying. I get to pack it all together. Yeah.
I actually had a talk with eBay last week because I noticed that my box, say it was a 6x6x6, and I put in, when I listed the item, it would be 1 pound 4 ounces. So I would go check out to purchase that packing slip or shipping label, and it would say like $4 more than what I was thinking. And I was like, okay, so they would pay like 15, but it would only cost me 11. And something inside of me was like, I'm stealing from people. This is terrible. So I called eBay. They have me trying to figure it out, because if it was more than $2, I was refunding. That was too much for me. I felt like they were giving me way more money than any of the shipping and handling could have cost. And I was actually getting, my rating was going down because of all the refunds I was giving. And I didn't realize that. So I called eBay and talked to them. So on eBay, it says custom weight, where you can put in 1 pound 8 ounces, or, you can put in what it could be. They said from now on, just do 1 to 2 pounds, less than 1, 2 to 3 pounds. Because when you weigh something, what do I have over here? Okay, not for sale. When I weigh this, it's going to be, 3 pounds. So I can say, okay, this might be 3 pounds 8 ounces when I ship it, but now it's 3 to 4. So that few ounces that might be charging them a few extra dollars is good. They said it's supposed to make a difference. So,
well, there's kind of Michelle and I kind of talked about this a little bit. Now I usually with eBay, because it's calculated shipping, but it can be different. It can be different than what you thought it was, because we all kind of get an idea of, if we've been doing this for a while, we get an idea of how big of a box you're going to use. You get very familiar with the sizes of a box, like 8 by 6 by 4, 10 by 8, 10 by 6 by, 8. Well, 8 by 10 by 6, I don't know, 12 by 12 by 8s. You kind of I know that this will fit in a certain size box, and I know that it weighs, a certain amount, but you can be off by a little bit, and then it can make it go up a couple dollars. But I don't, with eBay, if it is over $4, I will do a refund at that point. But if it's under that, I'm not, because you've got, first of all, the way that to figure it out with eBay, now that eBay is no longer using PayPal, it's kind of difficult sometimes to first find how you need to go about refunding your customer. There is a way to do it, and once you figure it out, it's easier to find. But I remember that first time I was like, I don't know where this is at. I don't know how to find it now, because you couldn't just go back into PayPal and find it and send it back to them. You have to, now it's through eBay, and I don't know. It doesn't happen very often, but it can happen. And I think that it's good customer service to do that for your customer. But yeah,
let
with
me
a lot.
clarify this. Somebody said something. So let's say that eBay was giving me the discount, and so my cost was going to be $8. This was like $8 that I was going to pay compared to $15 they charged the buyer.
Right.
So I would have been willing to go up to 10 because that's what you would pay at the post office.
Right.
Plus the $2, for my shipping and handling. There was still a $3 difference.
Yeah.
So I just felt that just made me really uncomfortable of
Yeah.
keeping that.
Yeah, but then doesn't eBay charges the 10% total ship? So that's extra money in eBay's pocket. So,
right.
I mean, I'm not going to call anybody out, and I don't know any facts or anything like that, but I think it's a little convenient
for
that
eBay.
when you talk about how many
Yeah.
many sales occur a day, an hour on eBay, and they're getting 10% extra.
They're making bank. They're making good money. eBay is.
Especially with managed payments.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Katie says, is it important to put a snippet of the video before your intro? I see a lot of people doing that now. What do you guys think?
It's just
I
fun.
always do it in mine.
My son made mine, and it's fun.
Well, yeah, your intro is great, Tammy. I love that intro, and it's like different angles. And
yeah, he's a slash movie maker. So
oh, well, cool. That's handy.
A day I told him, I was like, hey, I need an intro. Make me an intro. I want something fun and upbeat. He finally was like, come on, let's go. And I was like, I'm in scrubs. I'm like in my warm up clothes because it was during the cold time. And he goes, I'm not going to, and I have no makeup on. I was like, no, I ain't doing it right. Mom, I'm not going to get your face. I'm just let's go. And he did it all we did it. He come in here and had it done like in 15 minutes. I mean, he's quick.
Wow.
But it's fun.
What about
you? No.
Whatever I feel like. Like sometimes I found a really cool thing, and at the beginning I'll be like, oh yeah, stay tuned, or something silly like, take a little bit of that video and move it to the front like you do. But other than that, I'm like, here's Newton's cover. Welcome back.
I think
I got my funny snips from you. Doing the funny snips at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Well, and sometimes it takes a while, because if you filmed a video 2 weeks ago and then you're finally sitting down and editing it, you're like, and you've been to like 12 other antique malls since then. You're like, what did I say that was somewhat entertaining during the shopping trip? So you kind of like scroll through, and sometimes I'm like, yeah, that's good enough. I'll put that in. But I think that it's important to have that little bit of a tag. I think that it's important to have some sort of a little tag, whether it's something funny or, like Michelle said, you're holding up something, you're like, giving someone a little, you want them to be able to watch it to find out, well, why is she saying that? Or, so, but sometimes it does take a while to figure out where is it at. And then I'm like, I'm spending way too much money or way too much time trying to figure this out. That's okay. So, but I like it. I think that it's important. To me, I think that it's important for my videos, for what I want to put out for my content. But everybody's different, and that's okay.
I think that's the big thing is, if you haven't started a YouTube channel, not speaking to anybody, but do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Because if you do what everybody else wants you to do, you're not going to have fun.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. You have fun with what you're doing.
Oh, please. Splicing a video right now, forget it. You're going to get a cold opening, and that's going to be what it is. Like, mm-mm.
Well, I mean, but you're going to do whatever it is that works for you and that fits your style. I'm just kind of quirky and loud and kind of boisterous and all over the place. So that's usually what you'll get in the first snippet of my video is me doing something ridiculous or saying something ridiculous. Yeah. Tammy, what editing changes do you think you could make so your content style doesn't get repetitive and stale? What are you saying, Tammy? Is my content repetitive and stale? No, I'm just kidding.
You're getting shady.
Tammy, what do you guys think?
So I personally treat YouTube, eBay, anything with Newton's covered name, it's a business. And my background's HR, so that's why I look at it this way. In HR, you are constantly updating policies and procedures. So with your business, you need to constantly review, update, edit, add, delete, whatever, your policies and procedures. So something as little as, I really hate taking pictures for the thumbnail.
Well, if you remember to take, at least you remember to take a picture for the thumbnail, because I never do.
No, and then it's hard, like on your computer, to bring up something to edit for your thumbnail. And I'm like Canva. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, haul, like it's like, oh my gosh. But if you are constantly reviewing and trying to do better and use all the other resellers as research. If you watch Misty sell and you listen to her videos and look at her, well, don't look at her eBay right now, but look at her Instagram, and you're watching what's working, and go over and look at Tammy's and do the same thing. If you use all these other resellers as research, then you won't be repetitive and stale. You'll see that you're going to start moving and changing the way you're thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
I cannot not absolutely think of nothing to change anything right now. I think I'm going to be repetitive and stale right now.
Well, I don't think that with the videos that we do they're going to be repetitive and stale, because we're constantly finding different things. So the things that we're finding is going to be is constantly changing. And like Tammy and I were talking right before we went live too about how, we were never really that interested in glassware and that kind of stuff. And so we're learning, like I learned from the people who like the glassware stuff when I watch their videos, and, so everyone everyone does something that kind of feels in a comfort zone to them. And I think that that's fine. And I think that things that we're finding are always going to be different. We're finding different things. So I don't know that they could be repetitive and stale, because listen, we do haul videos, shop with me videos, live sales. That's pretty much what we do. Hauls, shop with me, live sales. Hauls, shop with me. So maybe a little decor or something thrown in there from time to time, but typically they're shop with me's and hauls. I do have a question though. Do you, for our viewers, what do you prefer? Do you like a dedicated haul video, or do you like a little bit of a shop with me video and then the haul video at the end?
See, I like that. Yeah, you and I have talked about that, and I personally am not, as somebody that wants to make YouTube videos, but as a viewer, I enjoy the immediacy of it. I'm okay if it's a shorter video, because especially now trying to film that, I better understand why a lot of times the videos are shorter, but I like to immediately see, and I like maybe some surprises, because there's always I didn't catch this on camera moment, but here this is, I got this here, I like that. Again, I like that immediacy of it, rather than waiting like 3 or 4 or a week later. I'm like, where did you go? Like, as a viewer, because then there's like 4 or 5 videos in between. Or if it's like, okay, I'm going to do all of last week's stuff, in this one haul video, it's kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But there's been times that I didn't do the shop with me and I only have the haul. You know, I've done that too.
Well, yeah. Oh, my video from today was like that, because sometimes you just don't want to film. Sometimes you're just like, I just want to go shopping and I don't want to film everything that I'm doing. And you do have those days that you just don't want to film.
Yeah.
Or I just film, like my favorite antique mall that I go to, if I just put out a video, I don't want to film there again, because I'm just going in there to check on some of my favorite booths that I know have restocked. And you know what I mean? I don't want to film the same thing.
Well, that goes to Tammy's question right there, though. I think that's the biggest thing is if we all have our favorite places to go, because you know you're going to consistently find things there. But if you're constantly filming the same places over and over, it's boring to the viewers, to the point where you don't want to film it because you're in there so much. So why bother, you know?
Yeah.
Hi,
I was going to say, oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, well, it kind of goes along with her thing. My videos, I try to keep around 20 minutes. Now, the Wisdom Wednesdays, those are sometimes longer. But my videos about 20 minutes. My problem is if I have a haul, even if I'm going real fast, showing it, which then you get comments that you're going too fast. So if I'm like explaining how much I paid for it, kind of talking about it, then that can be like 25 minutes on its own, you know, if you have 20 items. So then if you add that to a shop with me, that could be 45 minutes. Well, then is that too long of a video? So I think the whole time that you're doing YouTube, well, I just step on everybody's toes. I just do what I like to do.
Well, I think that it's your channel. Yeah. It's your channel. Yeah, absolutely. I'm seeing a lot of people saying that they like the hauls at the end.
Yeah.
But some people like
I'll throw in like a home decor, especially the home decor where I've bought items from people. I like to be like, oh, I got this from Misty. Oh, this Easter pillow I got from Tammy. You know, I like to throw it in so that way I can be like, oh, check out their channels, you know.
Absolutely.
And so I'll do that. And then a couple of months ago, someone said, you like to do crafts. You said you made these things. Will you do craft videos? And I'm like, well, I'm not some fancy assemblage person like Michael, but I can decoupage something.
I saw him getting some sass there.
Well, you'll get a video that will make you a fancy. Every single person can be a fancy assemblage or a wreath maker. Yes, they can.
No lie, I got that comment on a video because I literally had a wood piece and I decoupaged something on it. And they said, so I guess you're not a fancy assemblage person. I was like, no, I'm in Kentucky. I don't even know what assemblage means.
You're like, no, but I know how to decoupage. Thank you very much.
Now, see, Sandra has a good point. You know, she likes a dedicated shopping because she likes a longer shopping videos. And that kind of piggybacks with what you were saying a little bit too, Michelle, is I think sometimes we struggle because you always kind of see kind of the sweet spot is to have about a 20-minute video. That's usually a sweet spot as far as content goes. But I know that, like, I adore watching Dee, the Thrill of the Thrifts videos. And I love that she's always like, oh my gosh, this video is 45 minutes long. But I love those. I like those longer videos, especially if you're watching while you're working, because then you have to stop what you're doing and then go find your remote and then turn the channel and, you know, find something else. So I as a viewer, I like the longer videos. I would think maybe I like the longer haul videos, especially when you're learning something about what they're showing. So if you have a longer haul video and you're, you know, holding up this and you're like, okay, this is a celluloid, it's really thin, you know, you learn something about the haul video. So sometimes the haul videos tend to be a little bit longer, but if you're doing a shop with me and a haul video, they're going to be longer. So
And I
it's
think
just like,
best. I think it's also best to try to put those two beside each other. So if you're going to do separate, then like Monday shop, Tuesday.
yes.
I think that's good. And I also, oh gosh, let's wait for the comments. Try to do those before you sell the items.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I've watched several videos of people and I'm like, oh, they sold that. Oh, they sold that. You're going to have questions about those items. So it's best to not show those videos until after you've sold those items, or before you've sold those items. So that way they're not, asking about them.
Yeah, I have some guilt about that. I've sold a couple of items before my video came out.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm behind.
Well, I'm glad you highlighted. No, because I agree, Michelle. That was like that Sandra's comment. Misty girl, you frozen. Yep, she frozen.
You there?
Misty
Hello,
is.
Misty. Hello.
I mean, at least she looks good.
Mm-hmm.
She could have been like Aaron the other day was like,
oh no. Could you imagine? No, but that's a good point, because that was like a hard thing for me. It was because I she had to go. So I only do the Tuesday sale. So it's like trying to get a video out. But my problem was that I'm not buying in such volume that I can hold things back and then put out a video, because I was constantly selling through the things that I was buying, and I don't source I go out for like a day, like today I did, but most times I'm going for like 20 to 30 minutes before work, and I don't have the time or the luxury to film because it takes longer. So I'm that's really been a big struggle though too, is constantly trying to have the product to match up with the video, so that people don't like, didn't you sell that 2 weeks ago? And I'm like, yeah, but now you can see where I got it from, because it's frustrating. You're like, I would have really liked to have bought that.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was lost in the woods, in the wilderness, trying to find my way back. Just wandering around. Huh? Well, we do now.
You do now?
Well, yeah. My son just walked in. We have no internet. Yeah, I know. We didn't have any internet. Okay. What did I miss? What did I miss, guys?
We were just talking about having the videos and scheduling them, not appropriately, but what's better for reselling.
Yeah. If you are having a shop with me video, your haul video needs to be the next day.
Mm-hmm.
It just does. And if you, because it doesn't make sense for it not to. I mean, I don't know.
And then have your sale Wednesday. Shop with me haul Wednesday.
Yeah,
or the next week.
You're kind of shooting yourself in the foot if you are doing a haul video on something that you've already sold, because I don't want to say what's the point, but it's kind of,
what's the point? Yeah.
What's the point? You've already sold it.
I have done that. I've shot myself in the foot a couple of times, and some of the stuff.
Oh, I've shot myself in the foot 1,500 times.
Yeah. It's getting that newer stuff out there that, because all my old stuff that's in there is just, like plain glass, or I don't know. It's just not going. So it's just, I don't know. I'm working on that. But I see I'm still a beginner. So
we binge. That's what we are as a society now. That's why Netflix works. They put out 10 episodes. They're an hour long. And the next thing you know, 10 hours later, you've watched the complete season, and you know what you're ready for? Season 2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I agree, Misty. I don't mind a 45-minute, especially if I'm invested in the person, in the channel.
Right.
I want more. I don't want a 15-minute video. No. Then I got to wait till when? Tomorrow for 15 more minutes? No.
Yeah, on my channel, Michael, daily, you can see me.
Binge.
Yeah. And Daniel, you are so right, Daniel. No matter what type of video you make, there's always someone who will watch you, and someone that will not, and someone that will like you, and someone that won't like you. You just got to be you. And I think that if you're not authentically you, it does come across. If you're not authentically you, you gotta stay weird and be your quirky, weird, unusual, moody, funny, silly self.
So should I wear my clown mask?
No, except for that. Except if you're a clown. If you're a clown, then you just need to just go away.
Randy Howman brought yes. I was
Yes.
gonna say that.
I like that too, Randy girl. I agree.
Stand it. I watched several people this weekend, just listening while I was doing other stuff, and it's like nobody that is on a lot of things, so don't freak out. But I noticed that they would be like, okay, come back tomorrow and you'll see this, and it was blurred out, and I was like, what? And it was like 7 minutes, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Why couldn't you
Just
do the whole
show me.
show it? Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think that now, okay, so I'm going to be putting out probably quite a bit of content this week because I got to open Tammy's boxes. Dang it. I want to know what's in these boxes. There's 7, and they're not small boxes. They're big boxes. So I'm probably going to open a couple of them tomorrow. I'm going to open, you're going to see me, not unless you don't want to see me, then don't watch, but I want to open these boxes. So if I'm putting out if someone's putting out a lot of content and they're going live, because let's be honest, going live saves a lot of time because you don't have to edit. And I think that going live is authentically you. So you're building up, you're captivating that audience. You're going live and they're interacting with you. They're seeing how you react when you open something live. And I think that's why I don't like the voiceovers. I don't like to do them. And honestly, I don't necessarily like to watch the voiceover videos and I do, but they're not my favorite because I want to see when that person finds that whatever it is on the shelf, I want to see their immediate reaction to it.
You want
not
the moment.
after in that moment. I don't want to, because when you're like, oh yeah, and then I found this and it was really neat. I want you to be like, oh my good gracious. Look what's on that shelf,
I just find it. I think we all understand why people do a voiceover. It's not a question of nobody should ever do a voiceover. It would be a better world if YouTube or whatever music companies that make billions of dollars every day would just let somebody that's putting out a shop with me that happens to have a song playing in the background just leave them alone. But that's just not the world we live in. So it's just, for me, I don't like it because there's like those moments of silence and I'm just like, it's like we're in the library. Nobody can talk, it's like, but I like hearing the glass and the ceramic and, you're there with them. That's the point of the shop along is that you're there with them. And then it just, you don't feel as in the moment with them.
I so badly want to do a live shop with me. And I'm
a live, you have to do it on Instagram or just don't monetize it. Just don't monetize.
No, I wouldn't. I don't think I would monetize it. And I don't monetize my sales when they're happening. I turn the monetization off and then I'll turn it back on after the sale is over, but I don't want people, if they're refreshing. And I think if you're having a live sale and you are monetized, I think that this is a very important thing to do, is to turn your monetization off during your sale. Because if you're telling people to refresh, you have to go refresh, because we do say that a lot, because you do have to go and refresh. Then they're refreshing and then they got to watch a commercial. and then
you're not refreshed.
And then you're not refreshed.
Yeah.
Please don't put commercials on. Just wait till the video is uploaded to monetize the video, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please.
The live shop with me is the only thing I noticed about them. Well, especially around here when I've tried to go live, I didn't realize how many have metal roofs and there's no internet.
Yeah.
It cuts out as soon as you walk through the door.
Yeah. My building has a metal roof and I have that problem when I'm going live sometimes. Virginia, I took a picture of that thing and it's on my phone. I will try to remember to send it to you after we go live. I remember to take a picture of it for you. I know what you're talking about.
Ooh, Virginia.
Virginia's going to get a special picture. Virginia's a sweetie. Let's see. Yeah, prefer real and genuine. Upgrade. Let me tell you, I do subscribe to YouTube. Was it YouTube Red? Is that what it is? Where you don't have to watch the commercials, and it is the best amount of money I've ever spent in my entire life. I adore it so much because I don't watch any commercials, none, because they're not there.
The content creator still gets paid, though.
Oh yeah. The content creator still gets paid.
Yeah. Someone asked a question about how do we feel about people shopping from hauls?
Oh, well, I like that. Where was that at?
Haul video. Beth, Carolina Princess, she's up there.
Oh, okay. I see you, Beth. There you are, Beth. Well, you know what? That was one of my little points that I had written down just in case someone didn't bring it up.
Oh.
I love it. And in fact, I filmed, oh gosh, you know what I'm just now realizing? I forgot to film an ending to my vlog, but I filmed a vlog today and it has no ending now. So maybe will be a part 2 vlog tomorrow. I don't know. But
oh, y'all are in for a treat. I got to see. Oh, y'all are in for a treat.
Yeah. But it was something that I brought up. I open it up, and during a haul video, I let people know that they can email me if they see something that they are interested in. And let me tell you, I do sell sometimes between 5 and 8 items per haul video that I do. Now I do, if there is something that I'm saving for a live sale, I just tell the person that'll be available on Wednesday's live sale, or it'll be available in Tuesday's live sale. But yeah, it's just another way that you can sell things, is if you open it up to a haul. However, you have to keep track. I have this notebook with me at all times. It's always with me. And when I'm checking my email, I have to write it down because I will forget. So
I started saying that in my videos. You know, if you see something here, you can message me. But I did learn here just recently that I do need to say, but this will be in my live sale if I want to.
You know what, Tammy? It won't matter if you say that in a video. You'll still get asked about it. I don't even say that anymore. If someone emails me about it, then I just let them know at that point. And I try to let them know when it'll be available. And I've never had anybody get salty with me or anything. They're very understanding.
No,
about it.
I created a sheet. I don't think you're going to be able to see it, but if someone buys outside of eBay or live,
you're so organized, Michelle.
Oh my God, I know.
What's all those lines? What is all that?
It's all in my videos.
It's their item, it's their name, and the
Look at mine. This is how I keep mine, and I draw a line.
Same.
Because most of my items, like everything I buy, I put it on eBay if it's possible. Because my bottom dollar is 3 times what I paid.
Yeah.
But there's a bottom dollar to that. Even if I pay $1, $3 is not my bottom dollar. I got to take it from everything. But when someone buys something, I have to think about, did I already take pictures of those items? Did I need to update my inventory sheet, move it over to sell? Was there fees? My CPA has to see fees. What did I pay for shipping? What did they pay for shipping? All of that information. Sometimes you don't remember all of it. So I just started, you got to do it. You got to do a paper for this. You got to do a paper for that. But it keeps me organized.
Yeah. Well, you found what works for you.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. We've all done things in this business where we've learned from it. Like, I think that all of us can, and everybody probably in the chat too, can say, oh yeah, I learned a big lesson because of, this happened. And we keep that in our little filing cabinet up here. And sometimes we remember not to do it again, but sometimes we just do it again because we don't learn the first time. That would be me.
What was that mistake again?
Yeah, what did I do again? Oh, yes, there it is. There it is.
Who me and Tammy are. They weren't here for the introduction.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, hi, Bree. Bree's asking. So we'll go ahead, Michelle. We'll start with you.
No, go ahead, Tammy. Go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead, Tammy.
My name's Tammy, and I'm Vintage Uprising, Texas. I have to say it, not Misty, because she'll say it backwards.
I say it wrong. I say it wrong.
Vintage Uprising, Texas on all platforms, and I'm a fairly new, recent YouTube reseller live, so fairly new.
She's got
but I've been reselling for a while, so
yes. She has a lot of fun, kitschy, fun things. She has. I think she and I have a very similar eye. We like a lot of the same things. I bet she likes this baby too.
Yes, I do. I have one similar too.
She got floppy arms and a green dress.
And floppy legs. Mine has floppy legs too.
All right, Michelle.
I said my dog would like that. I'm Michelle. I'm Newton's Cupboard, and I upload daily. I like to teach everybody, give back to the community, because I did a lot of research in the beginning. So I try to tell everybody, like, everything I know. I don't know everything, but it's a good place to start. And also do hauls, and I have live sales. They're not Daniel, is that a date? Okay. Dawn is not home during the
Daniel, she lives in Kentucky. You're only 2 states away.
Come on, I'll cook you dinner, honey. But I do stuff that I love. I'm at the point in my life where even though I'm young, I'm retired HR, I'm retired Army. So I just like to have fun and like to do what I like to do. So I don't please nobody. I'm just telling y'all.
Yeah. And Michelle is exactly how she is in her videos, and right now is exactly how she is in person.
Oh, did you watch the 4-way sale with Beth?
Listen, I was in and out because I had strict instructions that I was not to be on my phone all weekend because it was family time. But I did sneak in, and I
was saying, because you said don't say anything.
Oh, yeah. But I bought something from Beth. I was able to get something. I bought pigs.
I didn't call her out.
I was buying pigs. I bought pigs making bacon.
They were porking.
And I'm putting them on my table.
Oh,
okay,
Lord.
So on that sale, that's the first time I've been on a live anything on the weekends when my husband and my kids, everyone was here.
Hey, Carrie.
And all of a sudden, on the sale, it goes boom, 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 boom. And I was like, because right outside of the room that I use, it's Michaela's room, but I use it, is our gun range. And I was in the middle of showing my item. I muted it, and I was like, Dawn, are you shooting? And one of the kids was like, yeah, Dad's out there shooting.
Oh my gosh.
He was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't think you could hear it. Okay.
I didn't think you could hear the firing range right outside. I didn't see that part because I was just like, okay. I'm back. I gotta go in. Okay. I see Carrie is here. Hey, Carrie. Oh, and by the way, we're going to be done. We're always done at 10 o'clock because Misty goes to bed. Because Misty likes to go to bed at 10 o'clock. All right. Oh, I saw. Oh, where'd it go? Is YouTube no commercials expensive. I don't think that it is. I want to say it's like $10 a month, maybe.
Someone just said you get a 30-day free trial and it's $7.99 a month afterwards, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it isn't. And let me tell you, if you watch a lot of I watch YouTube more than I watch TV, it's definitely worth it. Could you imagine if you could get like no commercials on your TV? How wonderful that would be. We would all want that. Because we don't like to watch a commercial. Now, I will say though, if you do watch the commercials, watch the first 30 seconds of them. That's all. It's not going to take too much time. That's the only way that that's the only way that people who are making the videos get paid is through the commercials. YouTube does not pay us. We get paid through per 1,000 views that we see.
Daniel, he's not here during the week.
What did he say?
You don't have to worry about Dawn because I'm a veteran as well. Honey, he's only here on the weekend.
Oh my gosh, Daniel, you crack me up, Daniel.
I love him. Oh my gosh.
Isn't he fun?
I told Dawn I was leaving him for Daniel.
Isn't he fun?
Well, first it was Michael, but then it was Daniel.
You just going down.
Yeah, going down the list, girl.
Going down the list.
Dawn's like, well, who pays your bills? Oh, yeah.
That's
Okay.
True. Now I was going to ask, how are your husbands? Well, I know Don's gone, a lot, but are they really supportive of your business? I mean, I know that Tammy's husband's in his videos a lot. My husband, I try to get him in videos and he's like, I don't want to be in your video. No, so don't film me. Don't film me. But, so how does filming videos and all that, because it does take a lot of time to do it and edit it. Are your husbands supportive of your
Mine
your
is.
YouTube career?
And he's probably better in the videos than I am. Yeah. He's not camera shy.
No.
So, yeah.
I try to keep I'm watching all these comments about my.
Well, I'm trying to. I just saw something. Jolene said something about my poop hole.
Oh, that's been the whole time. She keeps repeating the message.
Why am I not seeing Jolene? Okay, go ahead, Michelle. I'm looking.
It's okay. You're welcome. Thank you for thinking of me. Protect the world. I mean, U.S. Whatever we did. Anyway.
No, thank you, Michelle, and your husband.
You're welcome. Just in case anybody asks, so you all know, I was higher ranked than him, so he should be standing at ease when he speaks to me. He'll learn that over the years. But anyway, just kidding. Because federally, he was higher ranked. He was like a colonel, so it's different. But anyway, Don is very supportive. He didn't get it in the beginning. Like when I started, because I don't know if you all know, but I had a YouTube channel before and then things happened and I stopped. So in the beginning, he was kind of like, this is, but anyway, so now it's kind of like I have a lot to do with kids and I felt like I was getting overwhelmed trying to do too much stuff. So now I keep it like a regular job. From when I get up in the morning until 4 o'clock, that's my time to work. And when he's home on the weekends, I try to do very little because I don't get that much time with him. So
yeah, I think that that's very important. And that is something that I struggle with. I struggle with stopping working and I struggle with that. Yes, Carrie, I know. I don't know if someone put Jolene in timeout. But
it's because people are getting demonetized. It happened to Alex just for a small comment.
Really? Well, I'm getting the septic. I have to get a new septic system. So I call it my poop hole, which is just my septic system. I wanted a new kitchen, but no, not for me. No. Not for me. Not this year. And listen, when I say I need a new kitchen, my kitchen is original from 1973. Like, and it's not the cool retro. It's like ugly countertops and cabinets that were put in 1973. So I want a new kitchen, but it's not going to happen right now.
I'm trying to take my kitchen back to the 70s.
No,
Really?
well, there's a difference between good 70s and bad 70s. I have a white countertop that has like the little gold poofs in it. You know, it's not a good look. Not a good look.
And I think the thing with the balance is, as a reseller, I don't think you're ever. I think everybody's just reading my mind. There's always something to do as a full-time reseller. So you got to know when are you done? When can you push that off till tomorrow? So
yeah,
I'm the same way, Jamie. I will get all of it.
It is hard to balance that. I stop when my grandkids come over. Okay, so I babysit a couple of times a week. Some of the grandkids. So yeah, it stops then because I can't do nothing anyways. But yeah, it's hard. And I do it all through the weekend. But he goes with me. He does it with me.
He does. Well, my husband likes to go. I mean, he loves doing this with me. He just doesn't necessarily want to be on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he just doesn't necessarily want to be on YouTube. But he is very much a partner with me. We love going and looking for things.
All this love talk.
And I saw Commonwealth Cooker was in here. Well, somewhere.
Listen,
Hi,
I gotta
Commonwealth.
show you this. Dawn found this. The spaghetti poodle.
Is he playing the violin
Ooh.
or the cello?
Yeah, he goes.
Playing the cello.
I think it's a cello. But he goes, Michelle, I found a spaghetti poodle for you. And I was like, I didn't know I loved you that much. And he was like, over a spaghetti poodle. And then like he kept finding other things. They were out of my price range for resale, but it was so cool because I was like,
Yeah.
you know what window is? Oh my gosh. Like it was so silly.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And it is fun when they start to pick up little things, and they're like, oh, you're learning something from me. My husband doesn't watch my videos, so he doesn't. He just learns by going with me.
That was my
son
husband you just had on. Dave in the Med Center. That was in the comment. That's my husband.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's him? Okay.
Dave in the Med Center.
Yeah.
Okay. Balance. Danny says, balance? What's that?
Yeah.
It's very hard when you love what you do. You don't ever feel like you need to take a break from it.
Right.
You do have to have balance when you have, a husband and kids and a Maybell. Gotta have goals. Your kitchen. Oh, but see, Nancy, I would love a 1935 kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't want your 1935 kitchen. I don't want my 1973 kitchen. We always want what we don't have.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
My husband
is one thing.
He's so sweet.
Oh.
Okay.
She's back.
She's back. Jolene, I have no hard feelings. She was timed out for saying poop. So the potty mouth is back. She's back.
Welcome
Lena,
back,
hey,
Jolene.
do you know Lena and I went to high school together? Well, we did.
Oh,
I say that every time.
thanks.
Virginia asked, what is the one thing that we would love to find?
There it is. Michael, what about you?
I'm still sticking with what I said last week, and that is a Saxony Art Nouveau vase. It's probably about 24 inches tall, typically 24 inches tall. They're very, typically the vase itself is going to be representative of greenery, a vine or a plant of some sort. And then they typically will have ones I want are going to have like a figurine that are applied onto the vase itself. They're extraordinarily busy, but I want to find a Saxony vase.
How much would one of these cost?
Like if I wanted to buy one,
what's the retail price on one of these?
Depending on the condition, of course. Let's say that I found a pristine one and that the figurine. I'm thinking of like the more non-traditional ones, which of course I like. Probably about $500 to $700.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or like this new,
That's
like the
Christmas
Royal
present,
Duck
right, Michael?
figural vases. Those go for like 12. There's a mermaid one. The vase itself is like water. It's all sculpted. It's all like moving water. There's a mermaid coming out of the side. There's like crabs coming out of it. And these are all applied pieces onto it. It's like $2,100.
Wow.
But it is an antique, but it is an art.
Wow.
You know, these are art. They're not just, it's not just a piece of pottery. It's not just a piece of ceramic. They're
Not just
literally
a
art.
little it's not.
But there is a charm to that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
these are very much, they're art pieces.
Ooh, Jody wants an Andy Gibb doll.
I'll be on the lookout. I feel like I might be able to find one of those.
How big are the vases? Carrie wants to know.
Typically about 24 inches. So they are, you know, they're large. They're not little vases. The Royal Ducks one's only about 16 inches tall.
What about you, Tammy? What would be something that you are always looking for that you would be like, like the angels would sing when you found it?
Well, today's fun. I have a lot of fun. But first of all, I'm in Houston, Texas. So
Yes.
somebody's asking that. Yeah, today's fun. I would probably, I'm doing collection of the chalkware fish, and I would love to find the mermaid chalkware ones.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, they're out there, but I think I'd rather find it in the wild where maybe it might be a little cheaper. But yeah, because they can run some money.
You don't want to spend $300 on a piece of chalkware?
No.
Well, and that's the thing though, sometimes too, is, you know, you can go on eBay and find, but it's different. It's different when you are out and you are like, and you see it. It's that
The thrill.
adrenaline. Yeah, it is a thrill. It definitely is a big thrill.
Well, the other thing I'm also been looking for lately, because I'm trying to move my kitchen back to, you know, these kind of colors and stuff, the green, yellow, and orange. Call me crazy, but I've been looking for the 70s or late 60s light fixtures. I need 2 matching ones, so I've been on the search for that. That's a harder search.
Are you looking for like the amber or the orange color?
Yes, that's what I would prefer. And I did find something similar. Is it's actually Spanish style, she said, and it's just metal, ornate, you know, round. And but they had a plug in it, and I guess I could cut it off, but I was just still waiting. I know it when I see it. When I see it, I know that it's it, but I have to find 2. I need 2 matching ones for my kitchen pendants. You know, what do you call them? Pendants that hang, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So. Michelle? It's hard. It's a hard question.
It is.
No, mine's ridiculous. So I'm an Army brat, and whenever we moved from Wiesbaden, Germany, back to Fort Sill, Oklahoma, I remember going to like the rattlesnake festivals, and a woman there was making art out of like, I don't know if it was the rattlesnake scales or whatever, but it was this beautiful like mask. And the Native Americans that were there performing wore these masks. And I just think it would be really pretty because that's something that's a memory, you know. But I did find one thing a couple weeks ago that I've been on the hunt for.
Ooh. Are you allowed to share, or is this in a video?
So, oh, no. It's like personal. So the original Aunt Jemima is from where we're at now, Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Her name's not Jemima, but she was a slave here, and she made her life better and went up to Chicago. Around here, you will not pay less than like $5,000 for an Aunt Jemima bottle, because everyone around here knows this is where she's from. Yeah. And so the other day I was digging through some boxes at a flea market, and there she was, and she came up, and I was like, oh, in her yellow screw top, and I was so excited because you can't find that. And the guy goes, 25 cents for that, babe. And I was like, okay. And we walked out, and Dawn goes, is that her? I said, that's her. It's her. And I was so excited. But so we got that. But that mass thing is more exciting to me, because I know all the work that goes into those. But I will never find that.
Well, you never know. It's out. They're out there somewhere. Somewhere. My thing, I want a autograph. This might be a little hard to find. I would like an autographed picture of Liberace.
I knew that was going to be it. I knew it.
I do want one, and not a fake. It has to be legit one. I don't know. That's a hard question for me to answer, because I just like so many different things, and my collection changed from 6 month to 6 month. Right now I'm really looking, I like a lot of the California pottery figural pieces. So, and the clocks, I'm doing uranium clocks with the uranium dials on them. I want to fill a shelf up with those. The Scotch tins it just changes. And I tend to have I'm very cheap. I tend to have very cheap taste. Like Michael likes refined and like pretty thing. And I'm like, yeah, I like that rusty Scotch tape tin. Or yeah, I want this baby with her face smashed in,
I like smashed in toys, You
do. But I mean, I just like, I don't know. I just like cheap things. I guess.
I don't think that you have, you know what? This is funny, because Michelle, Misty, and I were talking about this earlier. And this is the thing. You do have a very specific aesthetic, but it's obviously vintage, but it is. It's rusty, crusty, and dusty. It is, but it's like, there's like a patina to it. There's an organicness there. You have that thing where they show the age, and when you put them all together, it just makes it it makes it good. Like it's real.
It's fun to decorate with things that had a functional purpose, and that's all. I just think that that's fun to do. To put a rusty tape tin, or a paint. I have a paint can that I love. I don't know. It's just fun. It's a fun thing to do. And I like to find things that people will come in my house and they'll be like, does she really have a shelf full of naked babies? Yes, she does. I don't know. I like that. I like the shock value, but it's interesting though. People will come over and they love to just walk around and just look at all the little things, So anyway, and
it's funny what people know. Someone came up the other day. I have a blue pottery duck, and they were like, I've never talked to them about stuff because I didn't know they knew anything. And they were like, is that the Blue Mountain pottery? And I was like, why, yes, it is. And we started talking about it. I didn't know that I had no idea.
Well, and it's fun because it's fun to research the things a little bit, and I don't remember anything because I can read something about something and then I'll forget it the next day. So I have a horrible retention of memory on a lot of
things. We are more alike than you know.
Oh my Lord. I just don't, like Jeffrey can like name off all these patterns. I'm like, I don't remember what you just said. I don't have that kind of brain.
Yeah, me neither.
That can remember things like that. So I'll let Michael answer this one question, and then we're going to start wrapping this up because we're getting close to Misty's night time. Since Michael works full time, I would like to hear how he balances the time he has in the situation I used to be when I sold. So Janice said that she would work full time and she resold. as well.
Again, that's when I will say this, when we do the live sales, we have the sale, I will stop, I will get something to eat, I will talk to, respond to, I will do no social media. Misty, Michelle, no, I will do nothing.
Well, I'm the same way.
I will do it, yeah. And it's all I will do is I will get everything packed, shipped, invoiced that day. And I literally, if I'm comfortable with it, I will take it all out of the house and put it in my car trunk, and it's done.
Yeah.
And so when I say, if you send me the money, your package is going to go out the next day because I want it gone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I deal with it, is that I focus, I get it done, and I move on because I know that I have other responsibilities.
Yeah. Well, and I do that too. I turn everything off, and I except for my TV. And I have it playing, and sometimes I'll go in and I'll check in with Michael or check in with, I'll check in with people, but I'm like, I want to focus and get it done. And I will get 60 invoices sent out in one day.
She sure does.
I like the whole circle. I like the circle of it. I like to know that I've had it and blah, 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 blah. But I'm not listing on eBay. I'm not, I'm not doing anything else. That's all I'm doing. Yeah. So if you're doing multiple different things, it's a lot harder for you to be able to, especially if you're working full time, a different job. So
and that's why I don't list on eBay right now, because it's just like, because then they would start coming through, and then I'm constantly like, and then I don't want to do it. And that's not where I want to be, because I want, as Michelle said earlier, I want to have fun.
Yeah.
This is about having fun. Yeah, I make money. Yeah, we make, of course. And I want to be focused, and I want to treat it as if it's a job, so that I can make the most out of it. But at the end of the day, I don't want to feel obligated. I don't want to feel like it's constantly in my face.
Yeah. And I think
eBay
that
has that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
eBay has that new time away feature.
Yeah.
And I was actually watching a video about the time away feature, and people are saying they've started to schedule like every Wednesday time away, no sales, or every Saturday and Sunday, no sales. I don't think eBay saw that it could be that kind of a feature, but I like the idea that people have that option to just take a breather, because you don't want to get burned out.
Yeah.
And Misty, you were saying you don't turn off your phone, but just always leave it on for your Friday serenade, okay?
Yes, Michelle sends me a serenade every Friday. She sings to me every Friday, and I look forward to it every Friday. It's always a different song, but it's always a lot of fun. So I always look forward to my serenade by Michelle. Every Friday.
Oh, and just really, I know you had highlighted the comment earlier, and I forget who said it, but I'm just saying, I saw it. You're looking for the red Hager, the bull. If you're ever in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, there's a place called the Street of Shops. You might just find that red Hager bull and the matador, but it's there waiting in the wild. In the wild.
Well, we're going to start signing off now. Thrift U is going to have a live sale. They may have started already by now, but Thrift U is a fun YouTube channel. I've talked to Sarah and Sam a lot today. Apparently, I'm supposed to go look at some Liberace poodle or dog or something that they have over there. So Thrift U is having a sale, so make sure that you go over and check them out. Make sure that you subscribe to Michael, the Cult of Vintage, and Michelle Newton's Cupboard, and Tammy from Vintage Uprising, Texas.
Oh,
I did it. But all of their channels, everyone is linked down in the description. So make sure that you go and follow them and watch them and show them some love. I appreciate everyone watching tonight. Make sure that you do hit the thumbs up button. If you have a YouTube channel or a sale or something that you want to promote, make sure that you do that in the comments after the video goes live. That's going to get the most eyes on them. But thank you guys so much. I probably will go live sometime tomorrow to open some of Tammy's boxes. So, all right, go ahead on over to Thrift U, and we will see you guys later.
good night, everyone.